Good morning, FlossTube. It's Shelley from Proverbs 31:22. Today is Wednesday, January the 29th, 2020. And I wanted to come on and just do a quick video. I'm off work today and just have a few little things to share with you, not a whole lot. So this video shouldn't be too long. Anyway, I may try to start doing a more routine posting to FlossTube. I'm not sure yet, but I mean, it sort of depends on how much I have to share. But maybe I can do the days that I don't have a whole lot to share. I can just do like a little stitch with me or something like that to just come on more regularly. Anyway, the other receptionists and I at work have started this week a new schedule. We, where I work, we only have one receptionist, one medical assistant, and one provider on duty each shift. So we don't work together. We work opposite one another, and the receptionist that works opposite me has agreed to go to every other day schedule. So this weekend I have duty. I'll be on, of course, the weekends is a Saturday, Sunday, back to back. But because I have weekend duty, I'm only working Tuesday and Thursday this week. And then next week I'll work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that means no back-to-back 12-hour shifts, which is huge for me with my health. I don't know if I've ever shared with you guys, but I do have fibromyalgia, so I have to I deal with that with working and trying to get in time for crafting. So not having to work a back-to-back 12, sometimes 13-hour shift is really, I'm hoping, going to make a huge difference. Anyway, so with that being said, I'm kind of picking maybe Wednesday as my day to come post. So, like I said, if I don't have enough for every other Wednesday, I mean, surely I'll have some progress to show you. But if I need to, if I don't have anything, then I can just do a stitch with me and sort of catch up. Okay, so, okay, today, let me just show you my, I got in the January Sew Sampler box, and this month's theme is Form Life. And we got the, the latest Goodness Grows pattern, which you can see that little block right there on the wall is one of these. But we got block 10. We got a 3.5 by 6.5 Creative Grids ruler. And I will admit to not being a huge fan of these. I mean, I think the rulers are great, but they really confuse me. I don't get the white markings and the black markings, and I just don't get it. Like, it confuses me. So I don't use these a whole lot, but it's free, so not free, but you know what I mean. They gave us this quilting journal, which is a 50 project sheets in this, where you can keep track of your projects. And this is for quilting. I think I said that. But anyway, you can put your supplies, your start and end date. You can keep track of the time you spend and any notes if you want to. I don't know if I'll use this or not because I have the organizational sheets that I made myself. So I may give that away. And then this month, the fabric is a Flower Garden by Lindsay McCrae for Moda Fabrics Half Honey Bun. And let's see. So these are the cute prints that came in the box. I love that aqua and gray together. And then just throw in that little chartreuse, and then, oh gosh, it's just gorgeous. So pretty. And so, of course, every month you get a pattern using the fabric. So this month's pattern is called Picture Window. And this is, the pattern is made for a wall hanging version, which is 33.5 by 40.5. I might do it as a wall hanging because the colors in my living room, I have the gray and I have yellow, and then I have some little spots of aqua. So I probably will. But so in addition to what fabric was in here, you'd need 1 3/4 yards background, 5/8 yards binding and cornerstones, and then 1 1/3 for the backing. So I think that's really pretty. We also got this little bag, which I've turned into my my cross stitch bag, and this is what I have in it. I think I forgot to show this last time, but I got this from Denise with Dot Goose. She had the project bags like this, and then she had the little project pals. Maybe I did show this, but anyway, it's got a place for you to keep your needle, and then the little felt holds your little flosses. And she's got a shop on Etsy, and that's where I got it from. So I have that. I have my little corner gauge that I got from Fat Quarter Shop. Hand lotion, which I need right now. Lip balm. Pins. What I'm currently using is my Pat Carson needles. Some little bobbins. This little stitch gauge, magnetic stitch gauge. And my little embroidery scissors that I picked up from Fat Quarter Shop. So that's sort of my little bag that I carry around with me that goes in addition to my project bags. So that came in the Sew Sample box this month. Okay. So behind me on the wall is another Sew Sampler box project. That is the Acorn caps quilt, and I've got the top pieced, so I'm excited to get that basted. I was hoping to maybe get it basted today, but I actually didn't have enough fabric in my stash for the backing, so I had to run to Joann this morning, and they had their keepsake calico fabrics on sale. So 40% off. So I picked up this pretty blue grungy dot for the back. It's a little brighter than the front, but I'm okay. I'm not real what's the word? I'm not fixated on the front and the back matching. So I originally planned this to be the binding, and I may still go with that plan. But I also have some of this left, which I use for the skinnier border. So I'm not sure. One of those will become the binding. And then I had one little light colored charm square left from the fabric. I mean, I have more than this, but this is the one that I'm going to letter for the label on the back. So I'm hoping to get that basted sometime this week. Probably won't happen today. It's like 12:15 here right now, and I'm dealing with a moderate-ish headache. So I don't know. I may just get everything starched and ready to go for on Friday, and I'll baste it Friday. I'm trying to decide how to quilt it. I was thinking maybe Baptist fans, which is one of my like go-to, just love it, things, quilting patterns. I thought about vertical, organically spaced lines. I'm a member of Celebrate Hand Quilting on Facebook, and one of the ladies on that group from the UK posts quite a bit, and I love her. I love when she posts. It's just one of my favorite notifications on Facebook. But she posted for this week's theme, which is stars, some of her star quilts. And on one of them, she did sort of like 3 teardrops in the center, and then echoed around them, like maybe 9 times echoed around, and then just repeated that across the quilt. So because the parents of this little boy are some of our friends from Louisiana, I thought about doing fleur-de-lis quilting, and I wasn't sure. Like this is the part that I really struggle with quilting, is the quilting pattern. So if I did a fleur-de-lis and just did it all over the quilt, it would just be like fleur-de-lis, 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 fleur-de-lis. But if I echoed around them, then it would make it look more like an all-over design. So I may end up doing that. So the other thing going on in my quilting life, which I wanted to, I didn't have this available last time to show to y'all, but this is the quilt that I'm making for my dad. And I'm in the process of cutting the pieces. And I basically just, on the days when I work, I may cut 1 fabric. On the days when I don't work, I may cut 4 fabrics, during the day, 3 or 4. Starch and then cut. I do starch. I don't starch like saturated, let it dry type of starching. But I do like to spray it lightly with some starch and then iron it before I cut things out. So that's my quilting projects. My cross-stitch projects are trucking along. I did add one other one. Just one, I think. I don't know. At least one. Oh, it's just so many things to stitch. But when I was last week, when I did my, not last week, but last time I did my video, I showed you how I had my project bags and tote bags. Wasn't an ideal situation. So I was watching Stitch Roadie, who's here on FlossTube, and I'll be sure to link her below. And they're on the road right now, and they travel in a little van, camper type van. And she showed how she'd bought a basket to put all of her project bags in to keep them together. So I didn't want to go purchase anything, but I sort of looked around my house and said, hey, what do I have that I could like containerize these and keep them together without having 3 tote bags? So I had this little, patterned box that I'd gotten years ago at Burke's, and I had some art supplies in it. So I just took the art supplies out, put them on a shelf, and use this to put all my project bags in. It's completely full. A little snug actually, but I can just tuck it in the corner next to my stitching chair, and I have them labeled with these little labels. And I think I would like to have something that sort of separated my days so that I could find things a little easier, but I don't know if I'm going to go through that trouble. But starting off with Sampler Sunday, I'll show you what I'm working on. So I'm doing the Linen and Threads Mystery Sew Along, Stitch Along, sorry. Mystery Sampler Sew Along. And that is the free chart, which you can get going to linensandthreads.com. There's also a Facebook group that you can join and see all the different things that people are, threads and fabrics that they're choosing. But I finished January this week. And I am using, 14 count oatmeal Aida that I picked up from Joann's. And let's see, I'm using a DMC 4211 is the name of my color. Since it's a mystery, I don't feel comfortable changing colors throughout. Now that may change as it goes along, but for now I'm just going to stick with that one color. And they do have a free, I mean, this whole thing is free, so that's why I didn't have any problem showing you the chart. But they do have also a Christmas ornament that will be part of each month's pattern. And the pattern's supposed to have these initials. I'm going to wait until the end to put those on. So that is a sampler that I'm working on. Sorry. And I'm also doing the Aurifil Collecting Colors Sew Along, which is a free sew along. Pattern designed by Susan Aki. In January, we got the pattern for the grid. We did get the pattern also for the fill if we wanted to do it. I'm not even finished with the grid yet, so even though I'm very tempted to go in and start filling some of those in, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to finish the grid first. But in the middle of each gridded section will be a cross-stitched quilt block. So this is designed to help you collect Aurifil threads. I have never tried Aurifloss. I know that they say you get more, and so it's worth the extra cost, but I don't know. I just feel like DMC and Fancy Floss is enough for me to collect currently. So Fat Quarter Shop had a conversion from DMC to Aurifil. There were some, I want to say that it's not complete, like they have some new colors and one or the other that they don't have the conversion for. But anyway, I just printed that out, and I will link that document below so that you can grab that if you want to. And I use that as a springboard. So I looked at the Aurifil that was called for, grabbed the DMC that was supposed to be the conversion for it, and if I loved it, then I went for it. If not, then I just sort of looked for a similar color, or if I didn't have it. So moving on to Merry Monday, I'm still working on my Shabby Advent calendar. And I don't remember if I showed you 15 and 16. I think maybe I have in the past shown you 15 and 16. But I know I didn't show you this one because I just finished it. Day 14. So that is moving along. This is the Jardin Privé Quaker Noel, and I have not made any progress on that. I haven't worked on it. That's what I've got done so far. And that has a similar motif to the linens and threads beginning too. Okay, in my Timely Tuesday, I am, well, hold up, got something out of order. Okay, Merry Monday, continuing Merry Monday. Merry Jar. And that's my progress. I have messed up on my accounting, but I'm not frogging it. The Santa that doesn't have a face filled in yet, his beard is a little more woolly than it's supposed to be, but it's Santa, so I'm just going with it. I'm not frogging it. And, okay. So, in my Timely Tuesday category is just sort of things that I want to get done. Like monthly stitches, like this Year of Celebrations from Hands On Design, February. Here's the pattern. You get 12 months plus 2 Canadian designs. And that's my progress so far. I'm pretty close. I just got to finish the border right here, and then fill in this section of the border, and then I'll be done. So I'm looking good on finishing that before February. Of course, I'm past the Timely Tuesday. Today's Wednesday, but you know, I'll just have to break the schedule. My schedule is just I don't know. It's not written in stone. Okay, so this design right here. Oh my goodness. I was watching Java Girl Stitches, and she shared a pink barn design from Shannon Christine, as well as another one. There's a companion piece to this one that I'm about to show you that I will do eventually as well, but I went to the site, and when I saw this, I was like, okay, I like the pink barn, but I have to do this. I just have to. Isn't that just gorgeous? So, I'm stitching this on 14 count chalkboard Aida, and this is basically a leftover piece from my chalk full club. When I say Fat Quarter Shop is generous with their clubs and block of the months, I'm not lying. They are. The quilt that I made for my sister-in-law and brother-in-law, the Sew in Love by Adita Sitar, which I showed, I think, on my first FlossTube. I mean, I have enough fabric left over from that to make a lap-size quilt, no problem. So, anyway, that's my progress that I've made so far. But I do want to show you the flosses. So I went to Joann, and they had... went to Joann to get these, and I think I didn't know I had it in my phone. I have the Joann app where they have coupons, and I had a 40% off total purchase, so I was excited. But these are the flosses. These are the ones that I haven't abominated yet. I do have a few that I abominated. The white and then the pink that I'm using in the one of the silvers. So I'm excited about that. And that is Shannon Christine, and I will link her shop below. She has some really beautiful, beautiful designs, and designing more all the time. She just released some little fairy houses, which Fat Quarter Shop's doing a parade of homes stitch along, and so she designed something to coordinate with that. This is Wordy Wednesday, and it's the Love My Stitching bag, and I've just made a little progress on this. I'll start working down here on this sampler wording. And then on Thankful Thursday, which is sort of my fall themed projects, I'm working on the small boo from the Chalkful, the small piece. And then also I'm working on the Patchwork Autumn from Jardin Privé, and I haven't made any progress since last video. I haven't stitched on this at all. That's that. And this one hasn't been released yet, but I wanted to show you I changed my mind on the fabric. So this is for the Bloomtopia Stitch Along that Fat Quarter Shop will be releasing this Saturday the 1st. And this is a fundraiser for Make-A-Wish. And I had already gotten the floss pack and the little stitching bag, and I had thought I was going to do it on this French lace Aida, but when I was shopping for the flosses for the Shannon Christine piece, the craft room piece, I found this light seafoam, and it's rating a lot lighter than it is in real life, but this is 14 count Aida, and I'm going to do it on that. I think that will be really pretty. There's only one, this light blue, that I'm sort of worried about blending in, but I think it'll be okay. It's only, that color is only used on one little part on the design, on the basket, so I think it'll be all right. And if I need to, I can switch that one color. And that's my Friday, which is Flora Fauna Filigree Friday. And then my seasonal Saturday, what I have going is my Chock-full Snowy. And that's what I've got done so far. I love snowmen, they're so cute. So the little, the Smyrna crosses on the cheeks, I realized after I had done those two that it was supposed to be done in red, with one strand. I just did them in the white as I was going along. These charts are not color charts, so I didn't realize that it was supposed to be a different color. But I will just go back with one strand of the red to do the cheeks. I mean, I don't know why I didn't realize, because where is it, the red? Sorry if I showed a part of the chart. I did not mean to do that. I think maybe she said something on here about the red is missing in the cover photo. So the snowman cheeks are supposed to be one strand of licorice red, but they missed that when they did the model. Oops. We all make mistakes, right? So that's my stitching. That's what I got going. Busy, busy. And I think that's all for today. I did want to just say about last video, I mentioned that when I reached 75 subscribers that I was going to do a giveaway. I'm really close. I'm like 68, 69, something, somewhere in there. So make sure you share and like and spread the word about my channel. Because when I reach 75, I am going to give away a $20 Hobby Lobby gift card. So just my way of sharing the love with all of you in this community. So, like I said, share it. Spread the word. I think that's it for me, guys. If not, I'll catch you up on the next one. Okay, y'all have a good rest of the week. Bye.